Amy at the Grass Valley Library. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Random Acts of Science, the first one of 2021. Today we're going to talk about photosynthesis. That's the process by which plants, right here, take sunlight and convert it into food for themselves. So it's a super important process. Without it, we would not be able to live on our planet. The 4 things that are needed to make photosynthesis or produce the process of photosynthesis are sunlight, which we get obviously from the sun, water, which plants are drawing up out of the soil, and carbon dioxide, which they're pulling in out of the air. And the last one is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment inside of the leaves of most plants. It's the chemical that helps with that conversion of sunlight to energy in the form of food. So I'm going to move this aside here. And let's see what's in the bag today. You can grab a bag at the Nevada City Library or the Grass Valley Library. Inside the bag, you're going to find a set of instructions on how to do this experiment. And on the back is some more information about the science and some resources if you're interested in this topic. Also in the bag, we've got a piece of watercolor paper. Any kind of paper might work. Watercolor paper is super absorbent. So we're going to be making prints with chlorophyll, and the more absorbent the paper, the better off you are. You could also do this project with a white or a light colored piece of fabric that's absorbent as well. That might work. You could experiment and see what you find out. Also in your bag is, in this case, in my bag, there's kale, but you'll have some other sort of green leaves, if not kale, in your bag. You could also try all kinds of different leaves. You can scavenge leaves from a houseplant, from outside, try whatever you want and see how easy it is to get chlorophyll out of the plants. Full disclosure, I tried a couple of plants that are outside the library yesterday with those leaves, and they were covered with a waxy substance that made it really hard to get the chlorophyll out of the leaf. So you might run into problems with some more than others. Kale, it turns out, is a great one. So what you'll need from home is a metal spoon. This one's a pretty big one, and it seems to be working really well, and some masking tape. So, all right. So let's do this and see what we can make as far as a print goes. You're going to take your paper and fold it in half. Once you've done that, you're going to lay it down and put the leaf on top of it. I blotted this leaf with paper towels first to get the excess moisture off of it. You could try not doing that also. So here I've got the leaf on the page, and I'm going to shut it up just like a book, and I'm going to tape it to the surface. And this is going to allow us to take a rubbing of this without it moving too much. So you can do it without as well, but it seems to help keep it stable so you get a really nice print. All right. So once that's done, you're going to grab your spoon. You are going to rub it as hard as you can across the top page of the paper, and you're going to transfer the chlorophyll from within the leaf onto the page, hopefully. So it's going to take some pressure, and it's going to take a little bit of time. One other way I experimented with this was to put a piece of wax paper on top of the leaf before I shut the book, so to speak, on the leaf. And that was helpful because it didn't transfer up, it only transferred down. So if you're making a card or something and you want to do this, you might want to put that on the top of it, and that way you won't have a print on both sides of the card when you open it up. So, okay, almost done. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to open it up, take out the leaf. And there we go. I've got some pretty cool kale prints from that. So have fun with this experiment on your own and see what you can come up with. So thanks for joining me today for another episode of Random Acts of Science.